Hello everybody and welcome to another Journal with Me video. This video was recorded in real time. I was intending to sort of do like a journal with me but in like real time, and in the end it just didn't work out. It got to be too long. I had a lot of things fail. And so I knew that I just needed to edit a lot of that crap out so that it would still be a worthy video. And I'm just showing you some of the supplies that I pulled out, some supplies that I got from a friend recently, and then these are all from an order that I placed with Valery over at Sea Salted Paper on Instagram. I ordered one of her special traveler's notebooks last year, and I still hadn't played with any of the supplies that she sent everything in. And so I pulled all of those things out. And then I do have this cute little cafe analog thing. I don't think I used anything from it though. And then I'm just going to jump right in and get started immediately. I spent the day with Jane Campbell. I'll leave her Instagram handle down below, but she lives in Florida like me now, and I have been over to her house twice now. And this particular day, we did a lot of actual journaling. We actually made a couple junk journals, which I thought was really fun. And she got a bunch of really lovely papers in, which is what I'm playing with now. And I am just going to start playing with a lot of the supplies that she gifted me while I was there. So yeah, I've had a really good time filming this, but like I said, I had a couple like technical failures. I guess not really technical. I was trying to do some things and they didn't work out, and I was starting to get frustrated, and I don't know, it wasn't working. So I did decide to just do a voiceover for this particular video, and then I will try again in the future. The main issue was that and I rant about it in the video in real time, but my son, my third child, Cullen, has a sleep machine in his bedroom. um, it is basically just a white noise maker, and my older boys like to go in Cullen's room and play because it's clean and their bedroom never is, so they like to go in there and make a mess. And they were playing with his noisemaker one day, and there's a setting on there that allows it to like turn off after a certain amount of time, and then if there's any noise, like if he starts to cry or make noise, it automatically turns back on to try to lull him back to sleep. And we never use it, we just leave it on all the time, and so he's used to it just being on all the time. And when the noisemaker went off during his nap after about 30-40 minutes or something, he woke up because it suddenly got very quiet in his bedroom, and it woke him up, and it happened to be in the middle of me filming this. And I had to go in and check on him several times, and there you can hear me, I'm listening, my hands froze because I'm listening like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And so yeah, that was really frustrating. But that little pile of papers that was actually sent with the traveler's notebook that I ordered from Valery. It was like the papers that she cut that were left over from like the trimmings from the actual notebook. And I love that she sends those and doesn't just trash them, because I love little paper bits. It's the perfect size for me. So I'm going to get a lot of use out of those. And I'm also just using some of the packaging from her packaging, some of the like little mini things that she put. But yeah, so that was super frustrating when I was filming this video. I had to go get up just there. I had to go in and reset him several times, and in the end, he actually never did go back to sleep. So my 2 to 3 hour window of peace and quiet where I can film and edit and work and do my chores, it was just completely ripped away from me after about 30 or 40 minutes. And you can hear the frustration in my voice, and you can hear Cullen kind of whining in the background. He's really confused. He doesn't understand what's going on, and it was just better if I just did a voiceover and tried to do like a real-time journal with me session at a different time. So I'm just pulling off all of the bits that I can from this packaging that she had wrapped the notebook in. And I just want to save all of it. I want to salvage as much of it as I can just because I love these earth tone colors. And I don't like throwing that stuff away. You know, Valery put a lot of time and effort into packing this for me, and she used a lot of really lovely supplies, and so it is my duty to save and cherish these bits. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, I apologize that you guys are getting another voiceover. I don't mind doing the voiceovers. I actually really like it. It doesn't bother me either way to do real time or not. Real time is a little more difficult because everybody has to be sleeping. The older boys have to be gone. Um, the mowers can't be running. So there's just a whole lot that goes into it, but it really doesn't bother me either way. All of those things have to be happening for me to do the voiceovers too. So anyway, moving on. I am going to be pulling off some of the postage stamps from this little envelope. This was the actual envelope that she shipped everything in. And these Dominican Republic stamps are really fun. I know that in America, we don't get a whole lot of that because I know that their postal system struggles quite a bit. So I'm very happy to be able to have some of these postage stamps. I love having postage stamps from regions in the world where the postal system isn't quite as developed, or the country isn't as big or well known. I just love getting stamps from countries that aren't quite as big and popular. It just makes them more exclusive, and a lot of the times the designs are really, really fun too. And I don't know, I just like it. Anyway, I'm pulling out this pile of wax seals. So when I went to spend the day with Jane, I spent the first part of the day playing with all of her wax seals and playing with all the wax colors and just touching the beauty that is her wax seal collection. And I'm choosing some wax seals that I really, really love, and the colors sort of match the layout, the colors that I'm using for this layout. And I find these really lovely neutral colors that I am just absolutely in love with. And I have an issue trying to get them down on the page. I initially tried to melt wax onto the back of the seal, and that didn't work. I tried to glue this really pretty like yarn cluster behind it. I've done it a lot of times in the past and haven't recently, and I just have a lot of issues. So I'm gonna start gluing everything down, but yeah, I was just having a lot of issues, and you could just hear the frustration in my voice, and it just didn't sound very pleasant. It sounded very frustrated because I was, and I just didn't want to put off that kind of vibe in my video. So anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope that February has started off well for you and that you have lots of really fun plans. I do. I'm going to San Antonio this weekend with my cousin, and I cannot wait. I have not been out of the state of Florida since I went to New Orleans a couple years ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Since I moved to Florida in 2014, I have left the state a few times. I went to Hawaii, I went to Boston, I went to Charleston, I went to New Orleans, and that's it. That's Anyway, so I'm excited to be leaving, and I can't wait to explore a new town. I've never been to San Antonio, and I've only flown into Texas once, never left the airport, and I believe it was Dallas that I flew into. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm going to add some adhesive to this little cluster. Everything pretty much had adhesive, but I wanted to add a little bit more, and just sort of glue everything down so that I can figure out where I want to put those wax seals. So like I said, initially I tried to melt wax on the back of the wax seal, and it wasn't enough and just made a mess. Then I tried to add some wet glue too much of it, made a mess. I got frustrated and ended up trying to clean up my mess and decided that I would just use double-sided sticky tape because I know that works. And I do it on this little smaller one and it works great. I just get my double-sided sticky tape from Michael's. All craft stores have it. It works great to glue down the wax seals. And I end up pulling up the bigger one and gluing that down with the double-sided sticky tape as well. But the bigger one is actually from Petra. It's her design that she did, I believe, with Back to Zero. I will link her information down below. There you go. I'm putting it down again with the double-sided sticky tape because, oh my gosh, you guys, it was just a mess. It was just a mess. And then I'm going to tape down this lovely little tag that she wrote my name down on, and then that's going to be it, I'm pretty sure. So, like I said, I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope that you have some fun travel plans for 2020. I have got quite a bit of traveling planned. I hope that it actually goes through, but I've got big plans for 2020 and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. And yeah, so if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. If you're new to my channel, I would appreciate if you would subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos, and like this video so YouTube knows the style videos that you are enjoying and can suggest more creators for you in the future. And I think that's going to be it for me. I'm going to bring it up a little closer, I think, so you guys can see the little clusters up close, and I'm pretty sure that will be it. Yeah, so if you have any questions, like I said, leave them down below, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bye!